especially the business owners, they say that they don't have time, they don't have a person who will take care of the HR, and biggest thing they say that I don't have budget for my HR system. Can you shed some light on that, sir, how we can fix this? So what are the 3 or 4 components that business owner can put together to build a proper HR system, sir?
So with just investment of rupees 50 per employee per month, this can be achieved.
Sir, is it true?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a simple action plan that you can share on this podcast for the business owners? Hello and welcome to Shikshakji HR Talks podcast, your go-to guide for building strong people engine for your business. In this episode, we are going to discuss a unique challenge that always business owners face. That is, they say that I don't have time, I don't have people, and I don't have budget to put up a HR system in place for my business. So if you're wondering how to do that, let me introduce you to Dr. Vivek sir, who will help us in solving this mystery. Hello Dr. Vivek sir, and welcome to this episode number 3 on Shikshakji HR Talks podcast. So let's begin, sir. Let me ask you this, sir. As I said in the intro, people, especially the business owners, they say that they don't have time, they don't have a person who will take care of the HR, and biggest thing they say that I don't have budget for my HR system. Can you shed some light on that, sir, how we can fix this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So first of all, thank you so much, and it's always been part of his pleasure to be part of this Shikshakji HR Talks podcast. You are absolutely right that people always feel that they don't have a time, they don't have a team, they don't have a budget, which is absolutely there. But what is more required is that the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a mindset, all the things can be achieved.
Okay.
You don't need to hire a very big, heavy cost HR manager. This can be done with a few improvements itself, and that's what we can discuss about that. In fact, our 52-week program we have introduced, and then we got a various great success out of it. Mm-hmm. Now, what is happening is that people can make use of this particular mindset and make this HR completely productive.
Great.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are the 3 or 4 components that business owner can put together to build a proper HR system, sir?
Yeah, so I think if you talk about the step-by-step framework, the first thing is start with an onboarding.
Okay.
When the person joins the organization, they don't have any clue about your organization.
Mm-hmm.
They need to unlearn the previous organization and they need to learn about your organization. Now,
Correct.
If you will not make them learn, what they will happen is that they will be completely clueless. So to have this thing, what is required is your onboarding setup. You should have an onboarding setup.
Mm-hmm.
Then you should have the clarity about the policies. The previous organization, there may be 5 sick leave or 6 casual leave or 3 privilege leave or whatsoever.
Okay.
The salary may get deduct also. Now, what is happening in your organization, you need to tell them. So that's what a small, framework of a policy will be helpful. Now, the third major thing is on the payroll side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And payroll generally we ignore. And sometimes we get to know that salaries are getting cut, people are not satisfied, people are not getting paid on time, they are getting half of the salary. So with just investment of rupees 50 per employee per month, this can be achieved.
Sir, is it true?
Yeah, absolutely. And there are more than 3,000 plus service provider who are there and who are able to offer this at a 50 rupees per employee per month.
So you're saying that those service provider are actually HRTech companies?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You must have heard about Zoho or a Keka or an HR1 or so many. As I mentioned, 3,000 number.
3,000 service providers. 3,000 HRTech platforms are available that can help us.
Exactly. With just investment of 50 rupees, people can make streamlining of their payroll.
Brilliant, sir.
It requires a mindset.
Yes.
And the last part is on the compliances. We save money while not paying it to the organizational requirement of a PF or a ESI or labor welfare fund or so much of legal, compliances. While we are not paying it, we are paying it double of it. Sometime with some kind of fines,
Okay.
sometimes some kind of briberies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a very practical approach.
Yeah, absolutely. We have heard such stories all the time
Yeah,
that
yeah.
there has been raid and this
Exactly.
and that. Records have been checked and they were not in order.
Not in order.
And they end up paying fine plus, something to make the deal easy.
And the organization, the person who's working in the organization, what impression you are creating about them, about your organization. They are saying that, hey, I'm working in an organization which is not paying statutory compliances on time.
That's a big.
Yeah. What type of
effect
ethics are we building on?
That.
Yeah. And if we are not ethical here, how can we demand ethics from that person? Not possible.
Absolutely. Right,
Yeah.
sir.
So that's how, these are the few things which we call it as an HR challenges or a system which can definitely be considered upon and which can be worked upon, and a proper solution system can be prepared.
Great, sir.
Yeah.
Could you share a real life case study, sir, which in your experience had these HR tech related issues, or I would say, HR system related issues, and everything was put in order and things are working fine?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, let me tell you, a Pune-based client, they were a service company, a small company, 10-15 member team only. Now, since the process was not there, system was not there, people were not getting paid, sometimes they were getting paid on 7th, 10th, 15th, half of the pay, people were not happy.
Okay.
And we introduced that 50 rupees per employee per month concept with one of the HRTech platform. Now what happened? The employee started getting salaries on time. If they wanted any kind of salary slip, they were getting salary slips beforehand itself.
Okay.
So that they can apply for any bike loan, car loan or whatsoever they want to do it, some credit cards and all. So these are the things can happen with a small structure way. Now with this Pune based company, once we introduced this type of framework, then we got to know that it can be done very easily in the organization. Right? Now the complete result started coming in when we got to know the productivity of an organization. And believe me, there is a complete shift which has happened, exponential shift, because of introducing of these small things.
So small changes led to a big outcome.
Massive outcome, exponential outcome, and tangible, which you can count on. My earlier metrics was X, now this has moved to Y. The whole delta has got improved. And how the delta got improved? Because of these small little changes.
That's an amazing case study, sir. Thank you for sharing that. Let's say business owners would like to take few steps on their own before implementing HR tech system. Do you have a simple action plan that you can share on this podcast for the business owners?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When you talk about recruitment, the simplest thing which can be done is a new hire checklist. A simplest one. Because the hire is a hire, whether it's a junior, mid, senior, whether it's an account, finance, marketing, doesn't matter. But you should have a checklist for that. That's the first thing. Second thing, when we talk about the leave policy, we should have a clarity about the leave. With respect to the legal, with respect to the laws of India, laws of state, laws of government, the leave policy can be very helpful. That's the second point. And the last point, what I suggest is that the payroll, you should have a calendar. Whenever we need to plan anything, we only look forward to calendar, right? So whenever you are planning for your salary budget, the best part is your calendar. The expense budget, the best part is your calendar. The reimbursement, the best part is your calendar. So now when you combine all these three things put together, these are the small little thing which can be very helpful for you. So these are the, what I can say the DIY approach, do a yourself approach where anyone can do it. A small little thing, but that can make a big difference.
Sure, sir. Thank you for sharing this DIY approach, Dr. Vivek sir. You talked about the 52-week program. I think it's related to virtual CHRO and all that. Could you shed some light on that part, sir?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll tell you the story how that is started. It's very interesting story, Chiragji. Like I actually got to know about a business owner who who are actually struggling it out.
Hmm.
They were struggling related to the recruitment. They were, struggling related to the PMS system. Performance management was not in place. The statutory compliances were not in place. Reward recognition were not in place. So, and the major challenge was that, the people who were doing it, they were not able to continue that.
Okay.
Sometime HR leave the organization, so their initiative goes in the abeyance.
Hmm.
Sometime, fund issue, they get into the challenge. Sometime the business takes over, then this becomes a challenge. So we thought, why shouldn't we connect with you, we combine with you, we support with you, we guide with you, we mentor you for almost 1 year. And that's what the formation of this 52-week program started. And God has been quite kind to us. We are doing this from almost 40-50 accounts right now all across India, various level. And we are helping them in setting up all the things step by step. So how it happens through the virtual CHRO, you must have heard about virtual CFO, or you must have heard about fractional CMO, So with this approach, we actually set up an HRBP there. And then this HRBP gets guided by our HR expert, and you need not have to have a very heavy fees HR person there. Rather than as a virtual CHRO, this become very easy for you. And while doing that step-by-step framework and a process, it helps in an improvement, and it becomes an investment for you. And while you get that confirm, and when you get that complete after a 1 year's time, it becomes a complete structure and systematic framework for you.
That's fantastic, sir. I mean, you can put everything in order every week, taking one step.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, take things forward.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing this. Those who are watching our podcast or listening to our podcast, I would request you to experience the 52-week program by just sending 52-week to our Shikshakji bot. The link is there in the description. There is a scan code, and there is also a number which can help you to instantly connect with Shikshakji's Shikshak bot. Thank you for joining with me. In the next episode, we will see how to build your A team for your business. Stay tuned. Keep in touch.